Good morning and welcome to our celebration of Roger's 20-year anniversary as pastor of our church. I am Danek, and I am representing the Pastoral Relations Committee and the many, many other people who have been involved in the planning of this very special service. Several months ago, we invited all of you to offer your remembrances of Roger as pastor, as spiritual leader, as teacher, and as friend. We received many heartfelt memories from over the past 2 decades. For this celebration, you'll find some of the words for those remembrances that you used to describe Roger in the lyrics that Sarah Gorman wrote for a song that we will be singing. You'll find them in the art on your bulletin cover, and you'll find them in the background art for the banners here in the sanctuary and in Fellowship Hall. This celebration is about the partnership between Roger and this entire congregation. Your words and remembrances, the musical gifts we'll experience today, which are huge, the enthusiasm and creativity that led to the presentations you'll see, all exemplify that partnership. We believe that the love and sense of community that has inspired many to honor our pastor today is the essence of the message for this service. I want to thank the many people, including the entire congregation, who have contributed to making this special day. We especially want to thank Roger for being the person so many people want to celebrate. Let the celebration begin.
We begin our time together by building community with the sharing of joys and concerns. And Janet will take the microphone around. Over here.
Good morning. What a morning. Can't wait. Janet from Board of Christian Community. We have the sharing tree is going on in Fellowship Hall. And I'm going to say, get them before they're gone. We have 11 tags left out of 85 that we picked up 2 weeks ago. So thank you that everybody who's already grabbed theirs. We've already actually turned in some of the gifts. And 11 tags left. If you'd like one, please grab one. They're due back by December 1st. Thank you.
Kate Stacy here. I'm not sure if I'm the only member of a hunting family here, but I'm not here enough to notice, sorry. But I would just like to recognize all of the parents and all of the kids and anybody else who helps raise children to teach them how to be there for others, how to provide for others, whether it's through work ethic or anyway. For example, in our house, part of it is through hunting. So I'd like to give my thanks to not only the world for providing the food for us, but not only my husband, but my son, who's very proud of being able to help put food directly onto the table. And I know that there are others out there who do that as well. And if you don't, that's great. Thank you for helping provide for the community in other ways as well.
Janet, she's back here.
On the deck, Bob.
Thank you.
Hey, Jim Holmeyer on the deck. I'm excited. How about you? 3-4 months ago, I asked Roger to send me some of his favorite hymns because I was thinking of making arrangements. And I'm sure he knew what I was doing. So today you're going to hear a full orchestra and choir singing joyfully the hymns that you are going to sing along, because they're some of Roger's favorite hymns, with some of my favorite musicians making some wonderfully joyful music. And you'll need to look in your bulletin because it's not exactly like we sing the hymns normally. But if you get lost, sing loud and have fun.
By the way, there are over 50 people up there on the deck. Janet? Oh, you got, okay.
Jen Ringgold on behalf of the Social Action Committee. A reminder that this joyful celebration can extend next Saturday morning in the MIdland Santa Parade, where the United Church of Christ will be having a float representing that we are in our open and affirming era. And if you would like to walk with us, please come see me after worship to make sure that you're get all the information about where to meet us. Thanks.
Hey, Bob.
Okay, up on the deck,
Yeah.
Deb.
Deborah Reeves on the deck. I just want to join another celebration, sort of sneak it in before Rogers. Rob and I have been married 40 years today.
All right.
Hi, my name is Kai. I am selling maple syrup and maple candy for Scouts. This is the last chance to do so. I will be in the fellowship hall after church.
Good morning. I'm Chiquita Jameson, and I just want to say I saw Wizard of Oz. And if you haven't seen it, you have not experienced the wonderful talent that we have here in MIdland and the amazing talent of Jim and Susan. And if there was anyone else that I've missed, but Jim and Susan, you guys are fabulous. So thank you so much for all you do.
Al Harrow, Fine Arts. It's that time of the year again. The Christmas tree will go up on the first day of December, and hanging of the greens Monday the 2nd. Please be here. It's a lot of fun. And it will start at 4 o'clock, and we'll have pizza later in the evening so you can come and enjoy the company and the food.
I don't see any other hands. I'm staring into the light, so I can't see who's up on the deck. Okay. Well, time for our prelude.
I invite you to join with me in the responsive call to worship. Let it be known that the people of God are assembled in the presence of the Spirit to celebrate and rejoice.
We have come, one and all, at the beckoning of our God, to make a joyful noise for all to hear. We are glad to be together and to become a force for peacemaking in our world.
It is important for us to tell our story, to share our history, and to commit to continuing the journey. Milestones mark our travels and help us to see the direction of the Spirit that leads us.
We commit ourselves now to telling our story, inviting others to join us, and to give thanks for our pastor's leadership over the past 20 years. Each time we come together in the presence of God, we
Continue to developing strength to continue your journey. Please stand if you are able and sing together the hymn. Holy God, we give you thanks for equipping and strengthening us to be a force for wonder and joy in the world. Help us to celebrate this moment and to manifest humble pride as people have heard your call through the leadership of this congregation. In a world where gloom and doom are recited daily, we are grateful to be instruments of the good presence in this. We rejoice that your Spirit enables us to be a joyful blessing in the midst of a terrified and anxious society. May this anniversary serve both as a symbol of our history and as a milestone marking the beginning of another series of our journey. May this time together empower us to continue to be your dreams of wonder and to make joy happen. Amen. You may please be seated.
On behalf of the Board of Educational Ministries, I'd like to invite any youth and children who want to come sit up here with Danek. I think my mic is it working? It's really quiet, right? Okay. You're going to come up and sit on this side. So you'll have to make a space so everyone can get up here. Now, on behalf of the children, I'd like to invite any adults to sit on the floor for the adults moment. We have chairs today because it's the adults moment, so. No, this mic isn't working, is it? Okay. Up here. Now, I'd like to hand the microphone over to Pastor Dom.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, everyone. I have a question for you. What's a pastor like? What?
A pastor is hard-working, and he works day and night, and he's at our ever-beckoning call.
Yes, they do work very hard. Okay.
A pastor is a safe person.
Yes, pastors are very safe.
A pastor is somebody who makes you smile when you run into them on vacation.
Yes, they really do make you smile because they're awesome. Yes, pastors really care for people. Well,
Pastor is always one who listens to you.
They listen.
Pastor is a good teacher.
They're good teachers.
Pastors are very gentle.
Yes, they're gentle. They're gentle. Erica.
A kid helped me with my answer. They listen to you and they do stuff about it. They take action.
Yes, they listen to you and they take action. Any more? Okay. Thank you. Did you know that one of you sitting here is actually a pastor? We are going to figure it out together. I will read statements. I need you to raise your hand if this statement is true for you. Raise your hand if you've ever prayed with someone. Okay, raise your hand if you've ever officiated a wedding. A few. Raise your hand if you've preached at a church. Okay, a few. Raise your hand if you have a turtle collection. Okay. Raise your hand if you've pastored this church for over 20 years. The kids here at this church find the adults really special, and one of our favorite adults is you, Pastor Roger. So we've written a book for you. This is called This Is Our Pastor. Would one of you adults like to read this book aloud?
I do. Ready, buddy? Okay, stand up. Okay. We're going to face Roger so he can see all the pictures. Pastor Roger will help people with stuff they need, and he will help with food. I forgot the cover. This is our pastor. Hello? Pastor Roger has given me so many opportunities. I have been able to help this church out and have a lot of fun because of him. I have always felt accepted here. I like the ice cream thing where people go eat ice cream near the lake. I like the ice cream social. It is a lot of fun. Thank you, Roger. He baptized me a couple years ago. This person has a pink dress for their baptism, so they didn't write their name because they said you'd know. A pastor can influence a kid by teaching them how to love God. Pastor Roger, thank you for being a pastor. You are very kind and friendly. Roger makes me feel important when I help with the service by acolyting. I like the kids' moments. Thank you for dealing with my shenanigans over the years, whether it was being crazy by trying to take over the world, or blocking the hall, or even making a newspaper, or even playing hide and go seek or tag. Thank you for feeding me, not only with food, but with love and strength. I love you, Dad. Thank you for being in our lives. That makes it a better life. You are kind. Before I came to UCC, I never wanted to go to church because I thought it was boring. But after coming to UCC and meeting Pastor Roger, I realized that it could be fun. Pastor Roger makes sermons interesting, and he's always fun at youth group. He helped me realize that church was more than sitting and listening to someone preach, but that it's also about community. And he's a really good van driver. The end.
Hello.
This is the encore page. Thank you for helping us all feel loved and making us feel strong.
Hello. Hello.
So, the children and youth of the church have been putting fingerprints and handprints on a pot, and they would like to present that as a gift to Pastor Roger. The plant that I bought at the store, they told me it doesn't usually flower. They'd never seen a flower on one, and this one has a flower. So that was pretty special. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, I'd like to invite the adults and older kids to go back and sit with your families. Green Door students can come with me to Sunday school. Thank you, everyone.
Can you hear me now? Okay. All right, try this one. This better? Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, let me introduce myself. I'm Miss Nancy Lee. I'm from the UCC Church in Lubbock, Texas. We're in need of a new minister. So we went on that internet thing, you know, scrolling down, and by golly, if your name and your curriculum vitae didn't just pop right out at us. So my congregation said, Miss Nancy Lee, we want you to go up there to that God-forsaken land and check on this man. So here I am. Now, on my way here, I was thinking, what would be the best way to find out about you, really? And that would be to talk to members of your church. So I went searching, and I found this board of deacons. You know that board? I do. They are fine, fine folks. Probably the best board you got in this church. But I digress. So I went and talked to these folks, and I said, you know, I would like you to share something about this pastor, how he's blessed you, either personally or as a congregation through these 20 years. And I got to tell you, Pastor Roger, do you mind if I call you Pastor Roger? I should have, okay. Anyway, I got to tell you, the comments I got were so heartwarming. This little Texas heart of mine just beat right out of my chest, barely. All right, I'd like to share them with you. But before I do, I want you to know that I'm bilingual. I speak Texan really well, really, and I speak Michigander, which, by the way, you folks talk funny up here. But anyway, I'm going to read these comments in my Michigander voice because I want everyone to hear them and understand them clearly. All right, hang on a minute. All right. Now, these are about you. Pastor Roger doesn't claim to know all the answers and normalizes doubts. I am encouraged by his approachability, humor, and steadfast faith in good. He is able to lovingly help me through the highs and lows of life. I admire Roger's ministry in his ability to focus on what still speaking God wants for us as humans and how we might live that through our daily lives. We are a diverse congregation, yet Roger is able to appeal to people of all ages and backgrounds with his common sense delivery and openness to a diversity of opinions. Roger is more about karma and less about dogma. Roger is warm, wise, and kind. He seems to instinctively say the right thing at the right time. His sermons are thoughtful, reverent, and inspiring. He says things that make me want to live a better life. His professionalism, he's very professional and yet very personal. He's organized and leads our church in a way that fits both my politics and faith without being overt about it. He's fun to be with, has a great sense of humor, no airs about him. He's actively involved in all boards' activities within the church. He does this with a calm, unobtrusive presence, yet shares his guidance. He's the best. Did you pay these people to say this? Wasn't that beautiful? Did your heart just sing hearing those lovely things? Well, mine did too. All right, now, I'm going to ask a favor of you, and this is going to go real quick. So I want you to stand up here. Would you mind? It's just going to be a minute, I promise. Just stand right there. I brought some little presents for you, Pastor. All right, now, in looking at you, you're a fine-looking man. Fine. However, we got to make a few changes if you're going to live in Lubbock, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to know what I'm saying? All right, the first thing, you cannot live in Lubbock without a cowboy hat. So I just happened to bring this beauty for you. Now, you can do one of two things. You can put it on your head or you can hold it in front of you. I don't care. All right? Isn't that lovely?
Oh, and I even see the price on the
Oh, yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, you are. You're just looking good. All right. Now, as I look down, them shoes, no, them shoes are never going to do. Never going to do. So I just happened to, see, I'm thinking of you all the time. I just happened to bring these here pair of cowboy boots. Now, aren't they beautiful? You don't have to put them on, but just set them in front of you. Aren't they gorgeous? There you go.
snakeskin.
You betcha. Only the best for you. All right, so in looking at that, don't you think he looks good? Just beautiful, beautiful. All right, you can just set those down so we get a good picture of what you're really going to, oh, that's perfect. All right, now, the other thing I found out is that you don't own a horse. Like, giddy up, horse. You don't? Well, once again, I'm thinking of you, Pastor. We just happen to have your very own horse waiting for you in Lubbock. And I brought a picture of this fine animal, so you can just put that up in your office and look at it every day. Anticipate riding it through those prairies of West Texas. All right, one last thing, and bet you're happy about this, aren't you? One last thing. I realized with horror, I might add, that you do not use the word y'all in your wonderful, inspiring sermons, do you? Oh, that's got to change. That's got to change. So I brought this here sign. It says y'all on it. I'm going to give this to that Mr. Music Man, Mr. Homeyer up there. So each and every Sunday, he can stand up there and hold up that sign. So as you're giving your sermon and looking across this beautiful congregation, it'll remind you to say y'all. Now, the thing about y'all, you got to say it frequently and you got to say it with gusto, like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it'll wake up some of those folks trying to sleep, but whatever. There it is. There's your y'all. All right. Well, that pretty much brings an end to my visit, which makes you happy, I bet, huh? But I will tell you, Pastor, you passed all my tests with flying colors. Flying colors. So you can anticipate a letter coming from the UCC Church in Lubbock, Texas, inviting you to join us. We're going to welcome that lovely wife of yours, Miss Sarah, and that handsome young Mr. Quinn as well with open arms. Anyway, time for me to go. I got a plane waiting to take me back to God's country. So I bid you adieu, farewell, and we'll see you all on the church steps of UCC in Lubbock, Texas. Thanks.
Y'all got to give me a minute to find my notes. Oh, sorry, that was the last skit. All right. Sup. All right. We take you now back to one of the darker moments in Roger's tenure here at UCC. The year is 2020. We are in the grip of a global pandemic, and Roger is faced with ministering to an absent congregation. He confronts the reality of preaching to an empty house. But our Roger is bold and resourceful, and setting aside his nagging technophobia, embraces the concept of virtual worship. The triumph over adversity can only be celebrated with a bold musical tribute. But Jim didn't have time to write an oratorio. He said he had to go odd or go to Oz or something. So we just offer this humble rap. Take it away.
When Roger came to UCC, we were as happy as could be. We loved Roger for his preaching. We loved Roger for his teaching. He said technology was not his thing. Said he liked music but couldn't sing. And we all said, we don't care.
A decade went by at UCC. We still were as happy as could be. Justice and welcome were Roger's creed. He lived his faith in word and deed. He said technology was not his thing. Said he liked music but couldn't sing. And we all said, we don't care. But in 2020 the world stood still. To think of it now gives me a chill. Even at church we couldn't gather, but Roger said worship still matters. Technology now held the key. Roger said that's fine with me. And we all said we're zooming. It was lonely for Roger and the tech team. It was hard for music and kids ministry. Roger learned fast, didn't miss a beat. Online classes were a treat. Worship online and worship outside. The team was flexible, you can't deny. And we all said, we're zooming. Now we're back together at UCC. We're still as happy as can be. Roger led us to a new day. Online or in person, have it your way. Folks can worship from wherever they are. Classes and meetings from near or far. And we all said, thank you, Roger. Thank you, Roger.
So, every Sunday, Roger would come to an empty sanctuary and gaze into the tiny lens, never failing to inspire and uplift his unseen congregation. Well, I was there most of the time, but I probably wasn't paying attention. While we hope to never face this situation again, we need to be prepared. So, we present Roger with one of the tools of the online streaming trade, a green screen. He can create a virtual congregation with the click of a mouse. And crowd size will never be an issue. Hey, that's the finest. All right.
I'm Kim Bruce on behalf of the Board of Christian Community and also Gerald's wife. And our group was asked to think through what we appreciate about you, Roger, and when we were reflecting as a group, it made me think about a family story we have. My grandma, Lola Stevens, who was born in 1911, gave my parents some parenting advice, which was say yes as often as you can. And I thought that that really was exactly how Roger feels to be the pastor as part of our committee. So you might regret having that attitude after this Sunday and after the skit we're about to do. But that's how we think of you, and one of many things we appreciate about you. So it's my pleasure to hand this mic over to the host of The Roger Show, Mark Ballawender.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rogers Show. I'm your host, Mark Ballawender. Our contestants are Janet, Jacob, and Nan. Come on up here. Okay, we're also going to need Roger to come up. Oh, no, not that Roger. Okay, our first question. Roger was once pulled over while driving the youth group van because...
A, there was an orange strange liquid dripping out the back.
B, he had Flamey Grant music playing loudly with the windows open.
Or C, there was a sign at the back of the van that said, "Help, I'm being kidnapped."
Okay, all right, audience. So it's either a strange liquid, loud music, or youth shenanigans. What do we think? All right, Raj.
You're right. C. A youth who will remain unnamed held up a suspicious sign.
Okay, on to our second question. After losing a challenge with the youth group, what dance did Roger do in front of the church?
A, the Macarena.
B, an Irish jig.
Or C, the hokey pokey.
All right, folks, so is it the Macarena, the Irish jig, or the hokey pokey? Roger?
I'll show you.
All right, question number 3. Though Roger is very hip and up to date, which pervasive modern technology is he not engaged with?
A, microwaves. There's just too much radiation.
B, social media, way too much sharing.
Or C, a VCR, too many buttons.
Okay, folks, survey says...
You're right. No thank you to social media.
Okay, question number 4. Often as part of a BCC event, we share some type of food. If Roger got to pick our cuisine, what type of food would he choose?
A, Roger's a vegan.
B, Indian with a little kick.
Or C, a taco truck, please.
All right, audience, we've got vegan food, Indian food, or a good old food truck. What do you guys think? Roger, what is it?
Indian food.
Okay, last question. At one point, a preschooler in the church thought that Roger was actually Jesus and possessed the superpower to...
A, he can walk on water.
B, change water into Mountain Dew.
Or C, he could multiply 2 loaves and 5 fishes and make it into a meal for us at fellowship hour.
Okay, audience, what do we think here? What sort of miracles? All right, Roger, can you help us out?
A, the kid was very disappointed I was not Jesus and could not walk on water. And I am not the real Roger.
Okay, will the real Roger please stand up?
Right there. Roger, we do think you're a superhero, and your superpower is building community. Thank you for your support and guidance as we work to do the same on board a Christian community. Please accept this cape as a reminder of how much we appreciate you.
rejoicing in the music that we hear week by week. And thanking you for the gift of helping us make that music. Be with us on this day of celebration. And enable us to engage in ministry together, all together, in your name. This is our prayer, O God, and we offer it to you in the name of Jesus, who taught us to pray together, saying, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Beauty of the earth, for the beauty of the skies, for the love which from above over and around us lies, over and around us lies, for the world to be this so joyful hymn of praise. For the beauty of each hour, of the day and of the night, hill and vale, tree and sun and moon and stars aright, sun and moon and stars aright, Lord of all to thee we praise. These are joyful hymns of praise. Brother, sister, parent, child, sister, friend on earth, and friends above, for all gentle thoughts and minds, for all gentle thoughts and minds, Lord of all, to thee we raise. This is our joyful hymn of praise. For each perfect gift of thine, to a race so freely given, graces human and divine, Father, grant the gods of heaven
Today we've celebrated 20 years of shared faith, growth, and fellowship. We ask that the bonds we've built continue to strengthen and inspire us. Let us journey onward, lifting each other up as we carry the light of Christ in all that we do. Go now in peace.
Thank you.